Hello everybody, Pentahybrid here to tell you about some games you really should be playing. Now it's no secret that the roguelite genre has completely blown up over the past several years, boasting several dozen games each month claiming to be part of that genre. However, no matter how dear this genre is to my own heart, some of those games are just false roguelites or just bad games in general, and I mean no offense to the devs, you did try, but what then? Sick of playing Isaac, or just want something else to soak up all those hours you have? Well, the good news is that I'm here with an essential list of games in that genre you should be playing right now. This isn't my usual brand of countdown, as these are in no particular order and shouldn't be prioritized as such. These are just 10 awesome recent games, or recently finished games, I want to spread the love of. Enjoy. At number 10 we have Nuclear Throne. It is one of the finest games in the genre, and although it came out a few years ago, it did just recently get its final update, fixing and balancing a whole slew of things in the game. It's an excellent roguelite shooter, boasting a whole cast of great and unique characters to play as and unlock. Not only is the game incredibly challenging, but also one of the most thrilling games to play in the genre with high intensity boss fights, fast-paced gameplay. Also, Melting creates a giant minefield out of corpses. Yeah, he's kind of a badass. It's only $12. You need to be spending that money right now. You can get this gem on Steam, Mac, Linux, PS3, PS4, PS Vita. So my question is, why aren't you playing it right now? Enter the Gungeon, moving in at number 9, is most likely the most recognizable on the list aside from Nuclear Throne, and that's why I'm going to open with them. Gungeon mixes the fun, floor-based exploration of games like Isaac, Nuclear Throne, and Smash TV into a slower, more methodical, mechanics-focused, bullet hell light combat and gunplay. It's crazy. It's fully loaded with puns. You see what I did there? The fully loaded is a pun. Great characters, awesome bosses, and tons of unique weapons to play around with. I personally think this game is one of the most accessible in the genre, as the degree of losing is hardly as punishing as the other games like FTL, Spelunky, or even Isaac in some extent. Gungeon might be the best $15 you can spend on the market right now. It's available on PC, Mac, Linux, Xbox One, PS4, and it's going to be on the Switch very soon with the Advanced Gungeons and Dragons update. Please God, release! Coming in at number 8 is a robot named Fight. It's one of the many games released in 2017 on this list that has completely surprised me. A robot named Fight is what a Roguevania really should be, and is truly one of the most fun games I've played this year. You are a robot named Fight, trying to explore the ruins of a planet to power himself up with procedurally generated upgrades and weapons, boss fights aplenty, and a truly short-form Metroidvania-style gameplay loop that I fell for. Matt Bittner is incredible, and I cannot wait to see what the next few updates add. You can support this game right now on Steam for only $10. At number 8, we've got Gonner, a game that came out last year and might honestly be the most polarizing roguelite I've played. I tried it on release and it didn't really get to me that much, or maybe there was another game that came out, I can't really remember. It's a platform shooter where you're trying to save your whale bro, or at least that's the story that I got from it so far. Anyway, in the fall of 2017, recently, I played it again on stream and had one hell of a time with myself and the community. The game's art style is eye-catching and the gameplay is so brutally hard that I can't help but want to hit that quick restart and try my best at it again. Gonner is only $10 right now and it's available on Steam. At number 6, we have 20XX, and it's exactly what it looks like. It's Mega Man the Roguelite. You might be thinking that sounds crazy, but trust me, that's exactly what it is. Imagine if Mega Man had procedural power-ups and level designs each time you played it, with the ability to unlock permanent upgrades, weapons, and items in between runs, a la Rogue Legacy. That's 20XX, a platform shooter that feels, plays, and looks exactly like Mega Man. It's $15 right now on Steam, and it's totally worth it. Straimium Immortaly at number 6 is a very, very, very odd game. I don't actually know how to describe this game. It's like Rogue Legacy's brand of open-ended exploration that randomizes each run, except you're always flying around instead of platforming. I guess that works. The visuals, as you can tell, are an 80s acid trip. and the dialogue and verbiage used in the game are exactly what you would expect to hear if you were the person suffering from said acid trip. But at the same time, that's kind of the game's true charm. It's insanely difficult, and it's very cryptic like you'd want from these games. I can instantly recommend this game. At least give it a try. It's not too pricey at $9 on Steam. Tumble at number 4 is another odd one. 2 of those in a row, yay! This game came out early in 2017 and gathered a small cult following. Not a ton of coverage for the game exists because it's honestly not easy to watch for many people. However, it's incredibly fun and intuitive to play. The game positions you as a seed that must use a balance bar to get up an entire mountain. Gathering upgrades, fighting mobs, and setting high scores is top priority in this gorgeous and fun game to play. Just don't let the cuteness fool you. This game may perhaps be in the top hardest roguelites of all time. It will kick your ass, and it's intensely challenging. It's $15 right now. It's available on PS4, PC, Mac, and the Nintendo Switch. Get it. At number 3, we have Botlike, which is an early access game from this year that has completely won me over with content already. It's a small project and is currently on build 0.3, but with recent additions, it's becoming something that I can see myself playing for hours and hours. The game was best described by myself, little ego boost here, as steampunk rogue legacy, but with a better progression system. And that actually fits. It fits perfectly. Games like these are criminally underpriced, with it falling in only at $10 on Steam. And look, I know the joke, alright? Penta supported an early access game. I thought he hated those. Well, when it's done right, it's done right, and for the past 4 months, this game has done right. At number 2, we have Gloom, which is another fantastic game that was released this year, completely under the radar. Its name is also a perfect fit for it because the game's art, atmosphere, music, and pretty much everything in the game is just that. It's dark in tone and difficulty. The game holds no punches. A traditional screen-based action game, but with unique bosses and weapon combos each run. This game really opens up the more you play it, and that's what you want from this genre. And did I mention that it's really freaking hard? I have yet to beat or even see the final boss yet in my 10 hours of playing it, and I can honestly see myself sinking way more time in it if I had that time, but you can play it for me. Totally worth the $10 right now on Steam. Monolith by Team D13 falls in at number 1, and honestly it's probably the only one on the list I would see would be comfortable in the number 1 spot if this was position based. It's probably the best new roguelite I have played since Gungeon came out. This game is just what the genre needs. It's a real bullet hell inspired action shooter. The sci-fi and isolated, desolate atmosphere adds a ton to the game as well. The music is stellar, the art is great, and the flow of the game is fast and hectic. The game is also filled with secrets and meta aspects to learn. The weapon combos and synergies are incredible to play around with. There's a fat cat you can talk to. It has a ghost holding a coffee cup. It has a Rogue Legacy-inspired progression system. The devs are pushing updates and patches once a month at a minimum. It's my roguelite of the year, and for only $8 on Steam, there is no reason you shouldn't own this after clicking off this video. And well, that does it for my list of 10 roguelites you should be playing right now. This was an incredibly fun list to write. I honestly love showing off these games to those people that are looking for alternatives to play. And if anything, I might even sell a few copies of these games off of this video to support those indie devs. And that's really my primary goal with these videos, is to just show the love for these smaller games that get overshadowed or maybe even completely missed out on. So thank you so much for watching. What I need you to do now is go down into that comment section and let me know which of these interest you the most. Which ones did you find out about just from this video today and want to play yourselves? I'd love to hear. Let me know down below. My name is Penta, and I'll catch you guys later.